Hello, my Capricorn family. This is Barb at Mystic Door Tarot, and this is your weekly tarot reading for you, Capricorn, for July 6th through the 12th. Thank you for joining me today. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. And please subscribe and join me each and every day for my quick glance daily readings. Now, just a reminder, these are general readings. For a personalized reading, click on my website link below. So let's get started and see what your cards are indicating this week. Starting off with your first card, Capricorn, you have the Page of Cups. Well, the first thing to know about the Page of Cups is that this page is a messenger of love, but also reminds us to enjoy those precious moments in life when all is well with your world. Now, the fish in the cup, which is always portrayed on this card, represents something unexpected, something magical. You even see the rainbow there. And the page showing up can possibly bring news of a pregnancy or the birth of a child, new love coming in. This particular page is an emotional member of the court. This is an indication of an energy where you might be emotionally needy and feel unfulfilled when not romantically involved. This is also an energy where you're willing to share your deepest feelings and dreams. And this is very creative energy coming from this Page of Cups. So this week, you might have a strong desire to express yourself creatively. And this page could be bringing the news or possibility of new love coming in from a family member, a new relationship. And this Page of Cups represents the birth of new emotions for you, Capricorn. So this is a very loving, kind, and creative energy starting off your week here. Now, the Page of Cups is associated with the sacral chakra, and this is the chakra of flow and change. This is where your emotions and desires live. So with this card showing up, Capricorn, you might be feeling some newfound emotions in regards to the special people in your life. And this can include new love coming in. Taking a look at your next card, you have the Major Arcana card, Judgment. Now, the Judgment card has been showing up in so many readings lately. This is a card of transition, and this is drastic change coming forth. This card is indicating that your current phase of life is coming to an end. And this might be a time for a bit of a review, Capricorn. This is a time to look objectively at what has come before. What lessons have you learned? Where did you succeed? Where did you fail? What did you learn? It's an indication of time passing, Capricorn. So life cannot stay as it is, as much as you might like it to be. Change is unavoidable. Now, one message that's coming through from my guides is, this is in regards to parents. And let me just move this down. And when you're a mother and you're a father and you're watching your children grow up, you almost want to freeze that time, but you can't. And they are going to grow up and go off on their own. And this is where life cannot stay always as it is. So you're in the middle of a transition right now. And you need to tune into your higher calling to learn where to go to next. Now, the Judgment card is an awakening, and your fifth dimensional self is rising up. And that's for the spiritual Capricorns that understand what I mean by saying that. Some of you will have a big spiritual awakening. Just looking at our card here, The angel is blowing the trumpet, which is a symbol of important messages coming down, Capricorn. The angel here is providing a message that you're being called to face your past before moving on, Capricorn. This is the time to acknowledge whatever has happened. Just accept it and let it go. You have learned so much. You have been through so much. And you now have the wisdom and strength to free yourself from the past. And now you're transitioning to something new. This is a time for change. This is possibly a new job, possibly a new relationship, or possibly just a new way of life for you, Capricorn. This is one card, unlike some of the others that indicate change, that with this card showing up, you tend to be more in control because you decided to heed the call. And you have the experience and the knowledge to move forward. But you just need to make your final farewells to the past and then move forward. And the number 20 of the Judgment card here, that's empowerment. This is the energy of the number 2 amplified. And 2 symbolizes the dualities in the world, like light and dark, masculine and feminine, good and evil. This is the moment of creation when 2 forces come together. So 2 has to do with union and balance and harmony. So this card is indicating change, but you have the control to handle it. Now, taking a look at your next card, Capricorn, you have the Major Arcana card, the Hierophant. So now, 2 Major Arcana cards. This is quite a bit of change happening as you're going forth. And the Hierophant card showing up is telling you it's time to examine your belief system. So this is in regards to who or what has been your teacher so far in life. And do the lessons that you've learned still serve you? Or is it time to move on to a new teacher or mentor? Now, a good thing to ask yourself, Capricorn, when you make decisions in general, are you basing it on what you believe you should do? Or are you tuned into your higher calling, which is the spiritual guidance, letting you know the right way to turn? Because there's a difference, Capricorn. Now, for some Capricorns, you might have an opportunity to teach yourself. But this card showing up is telling you to take a look at your teachings, your messages, and are they maybe outdated on how you present your material to your students? This is an indication to find a different path in getting your point across. Something that's more welcoming and inviting and relatable. Now, looking closer at the card here, and let's just see if we can get this to zoom in. There we go. I want to get him closer. There we go. Okay. So you see the individual here with his hand raised up, which is a combination of blessing and beckoning, possibly inviting his students to come near. And then the cross behind and then one next to him, that represents the intersecting of the divine and the worldly. The high priestess is more the unconscious. The Hierophant is here bringing it down to earth. So this cross is here. That's the perfect balance of belief with practice. So with this card showing up, if you're facing a problem, Capricorn, this card is indicating that you know the solution, but you need to find a way to put it into practice. So possibly The Hierophant is asking you to imagine what your life would be like if you lived by what you believe. Now, the number 5 energy of the Hierophant can be a difficult one. It does present a challenge before you'll have further growth. And it's certainly an initial struggle if you're on a new path, Capricorn. 5 is the number of disequilibrium. It likes to shake things up. It likes to break your old habits. And for some Capricorns, you might feel like you're passing through fire to be made stronger. But one important message with this card. 5 is the number of the throat chakra, which is concerned with communication, Capricorn. So this card showing up has to do with paying attention to how you communicate, what you want, what you need, and the messages that you want to get through. Now, the 3 card spread adds up to number 26, which reduces down to number 8. And 8 is all about abundance. But abundance can come in different forms. It's not always financial. But the number 8 is also about influence and leadership. And this ties into how you communicate, Capricorn. How you get your messages of love or spiritual messages. How you communicate in your daily life. You're starting off with the Page of Cups, which is feelings and emotions. And the page is bringing in some kind of news in regards to possibly new love coming in. Maybe a new baby coming into the family. And the Page of Cups is also bringing in very creative energy for inspiration. And next you have the transitioning of the Judgment card. A very empowering energy for you to release things of the past. Things can't stay the same forever. You need to let go of past hurts, grudges, the negative energy. That's hanging on to something that serves no purpose. And this has to take place before you can move on, Capricorn. And then you have the Hierophant showing up, who usually is a spiritual mentor or teacher. And this card showing up is telling you to examine your current beliefs. And maybe they no longer serve the same purpose as it did before. This is a card of going down a new path. And that one possibly being a new spiritual path. And the number 5 of this card is not making it easy. It will be difficult because you might be eliminating everything that you were taught in your whole life up until now. And this just doesn't serve a purpose to you any longer. So you're going to be moving on, looking for a new mentor, a new spiritual guide. But with the number 8 energy of the reading as a whole is indicating abundance coming in. It's indicating something will influence you to be able to tap into this abundance. And it could be spiritual abundance for some of you. And you're going to be able to communicate better. Your messages will be heard and understood. Now, let's take a look at which crystal your angels and guides have chosen for you for this week. Aquamarine. Now, this is the perfect crystal for you for this week, Capricorn. And for this particular reading. This has to do with your throat chakra, your communication. And I have a couple pieces here, polished pieces, which are easy to have in your pocket. Now, Aquamarine encourages you to look at the emotional situations in your life from a new perspective. Try to be more tolerant and sensitive to other people's needs. This crystal can also help you to release any old patterns or beliefs that no longer serve you. And that's why your Hierophant card is turning up. This is the time for you to calm your energy, quiet your mind, and reduce your stress levels. Know that you have the courage and strength to move forward through any difficult situation that you might be having in your life. And that's in regards to your transition here with the Judgment card. And the example I gave, where your children are growing up, that's a big change in your life. You feel they're moving on, and you remember them being little, just like it was yesterday. So that's just an example of a transition that you could be going through. So the crystal here, aquamarine, helps you to express yourself, to open up, and let your true feelings be heard. And there's nothing wrong with asking for help if you need it. It's important that you communicate courageously and clearly what it is that you do and don't want. And right now, Capricorn, this is a very powerful time for you to move forward in your life. And as I mentioned, aquamarine is associated right here with your throat chakra, but also your crown chakra. So it helps you to stay focused when you're under pressure as well. It's helping you to gain some clarity so that you can make the right choices. Capricorn, take some time now to weigh up all the positive and negative aspects of a situation you might be dealing with, and just be honest with yourself and trust your instincts. Now, be sure that you're wearing or carrying the aquamarine crystal with you this week, Capricorn, to receive the energy and the courage to speak clearly with what you need and the message that you want to convey. Now, I leave you with the messages of the cards here, Capricorn, but it is all within your own hands because you decide your own destiny, Capricorn. Thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to subscribe and help support my channel. Love and abundance to my Capricorn family.